So tonight we've come to investigate the most haunted pub in the UK, which is the Skirrid Inn. Skirrid Inn, the oldest standing pub in the UK. The Skirrid Inn is a historic stone building with its century-old walls and timber beams, holding dark secrets and spine-tingling tales. Records show that the current building was constructed in the late 1600s. A popular but unverified legend is that the inn was used as a rallying point for local supporters of the Glyndŵr Rising against the rule of Henry IV. And also, legend has it that around 180 criminals were guilty of crimes serious enough for a sentence of death by hanging. The first floor of the inn was used as a court of law where punishment was forced for some offences, including sheep stealing. So the inn has a long and horrid history of violence against humanity and is now one of the most haunted places in the UK. It has gained a reputation for being haunted by ghosts and spirits and has been said to be the place where a lot of paranormal activities has been caught. Most of the guests at Skirrid Inn report that there has been a sinister atmosphere around them. Some even say they have seen objects move, such as tables and pictures. Guests have said that at some rooms they have felt fearful, unwilling to enter them as well. So yeah, there's the history for you guys. I just want to apologise in advance as well for not showing the walk around, as I lost some of my footage. But also, while you're here, please head over to support Josh and Lottie's channel. I'll put the link in the description. And also consider yourself becoming a channel member as well. It'll only cost you $2.99 a month, less than a cup of coffee. And without further more, let's get straight into the video.
So basically, mate, just tell me about your experiences here so far.
So I've worked here for about, well, it's just coming up a year now, I think, next month. And I've had some strange things in either my first week or my second week. I was in the cellar changing a barrel, and I was struggling to just move the new barrel into place. And I could hear someone laughing behind me, like clear as day, laughing. And I thought what everyone thinks, like the kitchen lot coming down, taking the mick, pick on the new guy type thing. But no, I turned around, the door was still shut, and the door is noisy, so it wouldn't have been like someone shut it and ran. The door was still solid shut, and I was on my own in the cellar. To the point, I went into the kitchen, I said, right, who was it in the cellar? Come on. They're like, none of us were here, I don't know what you're on about. And even the landlady said, like, no, they've all been in here, like, we're cooking. I don't know what you mean. So that was a little bit of a freak me out moment in my first few weeks. Recently as well, we did sort of like it's kind of like a team meeting almost. There was only like 4 of us, but we all heard like footsteps coming from upstairs, and we knew we had residents the night before, so we just assumed maybe they were still there. But I double checked with the person who like does the breakfast and everything, and they said like no, they left straight after breakfast. They left at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and this was at like 11 or 12. But it was clear as day and everyone heard it.
And didn't you say something about your relative?
Yeah, so my grandfather used to live up here originally. Him and my grandmother actually had their first date in this pub. But when he lived here, he lived down the road, and he came here for like a paranormal event with his neighbour. And his neighbour fancied him a little bit. It was one of those just like childhood crushes. They were only about 16 at the time. And she did a Ouija board and asked, who am I going to marry? And it spelt out the letters ALP, which is my granddad's initials. Anyway, years down the line, they don't get married. He meets my grandmother. But she gets married to a man named John Alp, ALP, which I don't know if it's coincidence, but it's a bit too close for my liking.
That's very creepy, that is.
So the history of the building originally dates back to roughly 1110. Obviously, some things change over the years. Walls get knocked down, put back up. Rooms have changed, positions. But we try and keep things as original as we can. So during the 17th century, there was a sort of like institution put into place across UK where any large building in a village would double as the courts for that village as well. And because at the time we were the largest building in Llanfiangel-Cacorni, we became the local village court. So most of the crimes usually were, stealing livestock, crops, that kind of thing. But it was the case that people were held in a storage cupboard, which was on the stairs. They would be tried in room 1 and 2, because it used to be one big room. And then if sentenced to death, they would be hung on the stairwell from this very beam here. The inside of this beam, there is actually burn marks from where the rope has gone snapped taut and it's worn away at the wood.
Oh my god.
Bit macabre.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But it's an interesting history to the building. And it's probably what lends us most to having spirits. I think the lowball estimate for people hanged here was around 80. And I think the highest guess is 130. But yeah, and one of our most famous, I like to think of it as our most famous achievements is one of the criminals hanged here is actually on the is it like 13 crimes wine bottles, red wines.
Really?
Yeah, there's a picture of him on the bottle, and they give you a little bit of history, and it says hanged at Skirrid Inn.
I'll have to look for that. That's
Yeah.
Jordan's favourite wine. That is my partner's.
Yeah,
So what do you think?
yeah.
Yeah.
So one of our other big ghosts as well is Fanny Price. She was the landlady of the building during the 18th century, and she passed away very young of tuberculosis. She actually died in the restaurant. She was only, I think she was late 30s, early 40s when she passed, but she left behind a daughter. So it's often been said that if you can smell lavender when you're upstairs, if you go out onto the landing, you will see her in a white nightgown walking between room 1 and room 3, which used to be her bedroom.
What's the story about the toilet in room 1?
There's a story, it's relatively recently. The other guy who was working with me tonight, he was here for it actually. There was a woman who said that she felt off when she was in the room. She just felt uneasy, and so she tried to have a bath to relax, and she almost drowned. She said she could feel hands pushing her head under the water for a long time, and it was only last minute she was able to break free. And she thought someone else was in the room, but there was no one else there. And it was, she came down and she said, like, I almost died in that room. I need to get out here.
When was that?
This was only would have been about 10 years ago.
That's terrifying.
That's crazy, that.
It's very creepy.
Okay, so we've come here tonight. We're not here to cause any disrespect to you, to this building. We do really respect you and the history. We're actually honoured to be here tonight, and we'd love to communicate with you. We want to know who's here and maybe why you're still here.
So, from when we first came here, we've heard sounds, we've seen people, shadow people, we've heard things, we think we've heard voices. So now we're actually going to try and make contact with you, if that's what you've been trying to do tonight. Your best form at the minute would be through sounds. I'm not going to tell you any of our names. When we pull out devices later on, I'd like to see if you're an intelligent spirit and be able to remember our names from us talking to each other earlier. So for now, if there's any sound you can make now, that'd be great.
I heard 2 footsteps.
That's the clock ticking.
That's the clock.
Oh, right.
I will just say, if you are making a sound, we appreciate it, but we do need to determine that it's paranormal and it isn't just a naturally occurring noise like the clock. So if it is you, please make 2 loud, distinctive noises.
Do you reckon you can copy what I can do right now?
I understand that it can be difficult for you to come forward into our realm and communicate. So we do welcome you tonight to drain the batteries of our equipment if that helps you to communicate. We've been told this place is meant to be extremely haunted by multiple spirits. So please show us that tonight. I'll be honest, I'm getting distracted by the ticking clock. It's all I can hear.
Oh my god.
I didn't hear that. Should we move that way?
Yeah.
Because I'm just focusing on that clock.
I think we should move to that room there where that woman died, as I've been told by the guy.
Okay, so yeah.
Casey.
The
The
dining
lounge,
room.
yeah, the lounge there.
Yeah.
The woman died there.
Yeah.
Let's go there, guys.
So, we've moved rooms. We heard a story earlier of one of the bartenders that a lady died within this room.
Was she the old landlord?
The old landlord, was it? Yeah.
Was it Fanny?
Fanny, that's her name, yeah.
We've heard that you're quite a famous spirit here. Is there a lady here called Fanny? Might have heard a noise here.
Yeah.
I'm not moving. If that's you, can you maybe knock here for me? Like this?
Just at the knob.
Knock, knock, knock. Very faint.
Was that 3
Almost
knocks?
Here, yeah. Almost centre of the room.
Well, I just seen an orb coming down my screen onto the table.
Okay. So, if that was you, that's just made a noise potentially in the middle of the 3 of us. Keep trying to use our energy, drain our energy, and do that again, but louder. Some movement over there, wasn't it?
Just at the top. Oh, something in there.
Are you in this corner? I've got to be honest. I feel like this room, out of all the rooms, feels the calmest to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you two are feeling that compared to the other energy of the building. It's quite calm in here.
I get what you mean, yeah.
I'll be honest, yeah, sorry. The worst place I feel a bit like, ooh, like feel a bit nervous is on the stairs.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
On the stairs or like on the landing.
Yeah.
I agree. Shall we go there?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. I heard the same thing, mate, through the dining room.
Something just banged down there, like.
I just heard it because I was in
Echo
the dining
through,
room,
yeah.
yeah. Is anyone down the hallway? Don't need to be shy.
So we've come to the bottom of the stairs now. What was that?
That was so loud.
That was, you know what?
I heard a whistle.
That sounded like something, like almost like some moved upstairs furniture. This is the sound I heard.
Didn't it?
Are you moving something upstairs? Can you do it again? Is that where you want us to go? Where are you? I've heard reports that sometimes this rope just swings by itself. Can you do that? Can you use all your energy just to push that? We really want to know that you can hear and understand what we're saying. Because I don't know about you two, but I've seen that on a few videos where people claim it starts swinging.
You better stop putting a lock off cam on it.
I did see someone, I can't remember whose video it was. I won't mention her name even if I knew it. But yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen it.
You okay?
Yeah. I feel like someone's behind me, you know.
Behind you?
Mm.
I feel like something's like affecting you.
He's been like this all night, hasn't he?
Since we got here, you've been really jumpy, even like earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Like you've been really jumpy. You're like, I feel like something is affecting you. Do you feel okay?
Yeah, I feel like, mate, I feel like someone's just standing behind me. Because I can feel this every now and then.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Like your t-shirt, mate.
Yeah, it's getting on my nerves. My t-shirt's constantly getting moved, mate.
I have noticed that, you know, you're very sensitive to things.
Can we just say then, if you are attracted or drawn to a certain person, can I ask tonight if you can make that clear on the devices? Maybe you can say their name later. It really does feel like there's something watching you.
Yeah, 100%. Do you reckon we should move over to the devices?
I'm going to ask now if they want to speak to me privately.
Oh yeah. For the Estus, yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to speak to me privately? Because I can feel someone's trying to linger about on me. Give me a knock for an answer. I just heard that.
Can I ask you something? How would you feel about doing an experiment called the Ganzfeld experiment?
Explain it.
So, you know the Estus method?
Yeah.
Just do that like that.
There you go.
So you know the Estus method?
Yeah.
It's basically like that times 10. So it's, if you're comfortable, it's basically you are blindfolded and you can't hear, but while being blindfolded, it's a red flashing light. It's supposed to help you see spirits and connect with them more. Now, only if you're feeling comfortable, because you have seen quite a few things tonight, maybe that might help you tune in to whatever potentially might be trying to communicate with you.
So do you know, like when you, like we do an Estus, yeah? We just like close our eyes or we blindfold ourselves. This, you put it on your eyes, yeah? And you keep your eyes open and look at the red light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable to do that?
That's fine.
Growl behind me. That was a growl. I'm not joking.
I heard that.
That was a growl. Right, and I've gone freezing cold on my back.
Have you?
I'm telling you, something just fucking growled. Absolutely not. No.
Oh,
No.
mate.
Whoa.
Get your EVP. Get your EVP out.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna do an EVP now.
So if you're trying to talk to us, your best chance is talking to this device here. What are you trying to say?
Did he just growl?
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Okay, wait. What the was that?
Did you hear that? Yeah. That was a pupper.
Wait. Could that have been? I'm just thinking.
I want to turn the
logically,
lights on, you know.
Could that have been one? Do they do that?
So I used to work in a pub for 4 years. We used to have an ice machine in the pub. I know for a fact because we ordered drinks earlier. He went to the cellar to go and get ice. Ice machines make that noise just before anyone commented. When the ice like finally freezes and drops down. That was not an ice machine. I'll have to put this quite close to my mic. So.
Right, let's listen to this back on it. Let me just see what that's looking for like. That's okay.
What are you trying to say?
Did he just growl? What do you want?
That was the noise we had. But there's nothing else on it. And that's weird because we were hearing growls, yeah.
Mm.
Very interesting. But I think that's the only spot we've really heard like bizarre noises,
Yeah.
isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, do we maybe go upstairs to the landing, see what responses we get there?
Try not
Yeah.
nothing up there.
Yeah. But I just wanna, you're definitely feeling okay.
I'm fine.
You're 100%.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what then, since obviously you're very sensitive to, do you want me to do that method?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case anything happens and it
I
probably
think
freaks you out.
that is sensible. I
Yeah.
think maybe if Josh does it, just in case.
I'll happily do like a normal Estus or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll do that one.
Yeah, we
Case.
don't want to traumatise you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
I do feel on massive like weight right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just film you explaining how you're feeling?
Yeah.
Sorry.
2 seconds.
Right guys, so we are doing something a little bit different on the channel. We're going to be doing something called the Ganzfeld experiment, which is basically in this mask here, my phone is in here and it's flashing a strong red light consistently. And I'm also going to be doing the Estus method. So basically just send you into a trance basically. So Lottie and Steph are going to be calling out questions. Whatever I hear on the S-Box, I'll be calling out. So let's go. What's this here? Oh, rubber. Right, let me just turn the S-Box up. Alright, ready?
If there's anyone here,
Help me.
okay, we ask you to come forward and communicate with Josh. We want to know who is here. Who are we speaking with? Tap on the
Yeah,
stairs.
I heard that. Yeah.
If you don't want to say your name, could you try and let me know how many spirits we're speaking with tonight? Try your very hardest to push through and speak clearly to Josh. You know what's a bit sad though? So the only thing he said is "help me."
Yeah.
Is that what someone's last words were?
Leave us alone.
Before they were hung right
Yeah,
there.
right
It's
there,
really
yeah.
sad. Leave us alone.
Yeah, top.
Yeah.
Don't go out. Don't go down there.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Just heard a tap down there and it said don't go down there. Why shouldn't we go down there? Can you give us a reason?
He's coming.
He's coming. So who is this guy that's coming?
Whoa, that was like a growl.
Should we be worried about the guy that's coming?
Please say no.
Is he someone?
Hung.
Hung.
Ooh.
It's very interesting.
Ooh. Because that is the hanging beam, as you can see.
But I will say, any words you're saying now to Josh, I ask you to repeat them later on the other devices, just so we have evidence that it is you speaking.
Killed me.
Oh yeah.
They may have viewed their death as a form of murder,
Yeah.
you know, because a lot of them were just hung for stealing like bread.
Well,
which
that's
is
it.
Heartbreaking.
Oh yeah.
Heartbreaking. Was there a lot of sorrow in this building?
Guilty.
Guilty.
Whoa.
And there was a noise at the same time.
Yeah. Were you guilty of stealing something?
Listen.
We're listening and we can hear noises. Can you make a loud noise again where you are?
Kill.
Guilty. He said guilty
I missed that.
and he said kill.
Yeah.
Now what's interesting, there was actually a massacre that took place in this building.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know if you know that. So there was a guy that wanted to,
King.
and there was
That is
also
Prince.
interesting. So there was a guy that wanted to take revenge on people that killed his uncle and slaughtered them all in this building down here.
Yeah.
Regarding King, again, that's interesting because there was a plot that was done in this building to go against the
crying.
King. So it is kind of linking what he's saying.
Very. He just said he's crying.
The spirits.
He's racist.
Oh damn.
The spirits that are here, are they willing to communicate with us tonight?
Watch this. What's this?
What's this? So what we're doing now, it's a experiment. It's to help us to try and communicate with the other side, with your realm. We just want to talk to you.
Courtroom.
Courtroom.
Sorry. Is it just me, or is that news swinging slowly, ever just so slightly?
It is slightly swinging now. I don't know. Has it always been swinging?
Bath.
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 Room.
Bedroom.
Bedroom. That is very accurate, you know. Could you tell me what?
Kill him.
Again, that could be linking back to the massacre potentially. We do appreciate everything that you're saying, but do you have a message for us tonight or a warning for us?
I don't like when he goes quiet, you know.
He's afraid. He died.
Hey, well, you would be afraid, wouldn't you, if you died here?
That was like an evil laughter. Like a ho 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 ho. And that was it. Oh!
You okay? Mate, you don't look okay. Are you okay? Oh, I see. Mate,
That video I had on with the red light, that was 2 hours long.
It's just skip video.
You just skipped video.
My phone's in here, mate. Just be careful of audio in case it gets copyrighted because it is YouTube. But
Yeah.
let me just pause it very quick, like just to stop it. But that was a 2 hour long video, mate. That I was on. And that's why I jumped, because it was Matt Armstrong's face on me. And the goggles, mate. Oh, sorry, it was an hour video. Sorry, you can show you the timestamp.
Yeah, but you weren't doing that for an hour.
No. I've only been recording 7 minutes.
How are you feeling?
Loose.
Did you see anything?
I kept seeing like a white figure.
Okay, that's interesting. Gotta say, a lot of what you...
Shit. White figure, mate.
Yeah. A lot of what you said massively does link to the history.
I was thinking that myself.
Now, what I have said, obviously, to prove that, they do need to repeat it on the devices as well.
Yeah.
You know? So I think now we put Spirit Box straight on. See if we can get any links.
Let's go.
Yeah?
Let's go.
Okay, so we've put the Spirit Box here, literally where Josh was sitting. So whoever was just talking to Josh, we respectfully ask you to come forward now and talk using this device and repeat what you've just said.
Hi.
See, that sounds like Phil to me. Who is it that's here?
Very quiet.
Could you try and speak as loud and clear as possible?
Really nothing coming through.
Absolutely nothing, mate.
Are you not here?
There's someone, that's what I heard.
There's not.
Did it say the not?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Is that what you're referring to?
Do you want me to get closer?
Hey. That's okay.
Yeah.
Does this remind you of something from your past?
Right. You're right.
Right.
Right, yeah.
How many spirits are here?
I heard 5, yeah.
Are the 5 spirits nice?
No.
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 Do you wish us harm?
I had a faint no just then.
So we're okay. So we're okay to be here tonight.
I love.
We're gonna go upstairs now. Will someone talk upstairs? What? What?
What? You're right.
Mate,
What's up?
something's just rustled down there.
Oh yeah, I just heard that as well.
That's where we were hearing noises and you said don't go down there.
Come down here with me. What is that noise?
What's all this here?
Why is everything on the floor?
Wow.
There's like wrappers not on the floor.
It's probably just from their cleaning.
Yeah, true.
Could be, yeah. You're right.
I've gone out of breath, mate.
Yeah, you just startled me again.
Go on.
I reckon we go straight upstairs.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
see what the difference is in energy. For me personally, upstairs is a lot worse than down
upstairs
here.
definitely is a lot
Yeah.
heavier in it.
The worst part down here is definitely under, obviously, the noose, which is understandable. But upstairs, all of them rooms had quite a bad feeling, didn't they?
Did it?
Yeah.
I think let's go up and see if anything comes through.
That's right.
This bear, that's yours to play with in this building. You cannot leave with the bear though. Do you like the bear? The bear's called Casper. Can you reach out and touch the bear? So you do have to physically touch for it to light up. Or if you're in this room, can you maybe knock to let us know? So Josh, was this where you came early where you said the door just opened?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can hear running. Like full on. It might be my ears now, you know, but I sound like running. That's me on my leg.
Can you come and join us? Try and close one of the doors. Oh, every time I know it is going. Thank you. I'm going to turn another device on now. You can come forward and let me know who you are. You can continue to play with Casper. What was that?
Did you hear like?
Yeah.
I heard it behind you, mate. Like a door was getting shut or something.
Do you know what I think? EVP on the bed.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
It's here, mate.
I think put the EVP.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
pop it next to Casper.
So I'll pop the device next to the bear here. If you come talking to this device, she'll be able to pick you up. As well as feel free to play with Casper.
Okay, so we're all still. Come forward and talk. Do you like the bear? Do you like us being here?
Can you say one of our names?
Is that you?
I feel like I'm going to go through this wall in a sec, you know. I wasn't moving, it was just...
Do you want us to leave?
I genuinely thought I was going to go through that wall, mate. I was staying perfectly still, mate, and it was just creeping his head off.
Right, where are we standing for the playback?
Okay, so we're all Do you like us being here? Can you say one of our names? Is that you? I feel like I'm going to go through this wall a second.
Honestly, it was so bad in respect.
I wasn't moving, it was just... Do you want us to leave?
Nothing. 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 Nothing.
Ooh. I swear my camera picked that up.
What was it, like a woman?
Yeah. Ooh.
You know what's interesting? We came up here earlier. You were hearing a lot more stuff, weren't you? We went downstairs. You calmed down a bit. We've come back up.
Yeah.
Almost instantly, if you notice.
He was back on edge, yeah.
You're back on edge, and you're like, you know, being sensitive again, which like is a good thing. You know, you're
Yeah.
hearing and feeling things.
Should we go into the next room?
I think so. Yeah. Interesting stuff with the Casper though.
Mm.
So it went off twice, didn't it? Yeah. Let's move to the next.
Let's go. Top and right there.
So we've come into this room and we'd love to make contact with whoever's here. I have heard that this room is supposed to be the most haunted in this entire building. Now, we personally think other areas seem more active. But if this really is the most haunted room, can you please show us? Casper's going on. Can you do something to let us know? Can you move something? Make a loud bang? Close one of the doors? Because isn't there supposed to be like poltergeist activity as well here, which obviously we've not seen evidence of while filming, but we have, you know, found random doors closed and stuff, haven't we?
I got caught with my pants down and the door open,
I tell you what, if you are capable and you want to keep the reputation of being the most haunted place in the UK, in Wales, of this being the most haunted room, can you close one of these doors for me? Drain our cameras and our batteries and close one of these doors here.
Casper.
And that's a different arm too,
Yeah.
you noticed?
Yeah.
Because earlier we were saying, weren't we, that that room...
Casper.
Sorry, mate, yeah.
You know what's odd?
Casper's going off again, man.
My camera, guys, won't focus in that room.
Oh, really?
It is now, but it was really blurred, which it doesn't normally do. What the hell was that?
I just heard that growl again.
Casper.
You know what's creepy, right? I'm sat here directly at that room, looking at a mirror. I have got a proper feeling like there's something behind me. My ears are even feel like they're burning.
Oh, really?
There's a mirror behind you.
A mirror behind me.
Yeah.
Well, there's a mirror directly in front of me as well in that room. This mirror up here.
Yeah. There's a mirror right there.
Do the mirrors help you? Do they help you communicate? People believe that they make portals. That's true. Can you show us?
Casper. I had a big thump downstairs as well.
Go on, show us how strong you are. If you're out there, can you come on in and join us? Very still.
I feel awfully relaxed.
Still. I feel uneasy. It's like... That was my belly. I feel like a bit I feel a bit uneasy, to be honest.
Uneasy?
Uneasy, yeah.
Oh, really? I feel really relaxed, you know?
I feel like, actually, my guard's up. That's how I feel. Like I'm I'm
high alert.
High alert is how I'm feeling, yeah. I do feel like more drawn, to be honest, to that room that we were in earlier. That's the room I feel the most drawn to in the whole building,
Casper.
to be honest.
I feel sick.
You feel sick?
I feel like I'm physically gonna throw up. I feel sick.
Like you did earlier?
I feel like I'm gonna fucking vomit everywhere.
Really?
Have you felt like this before?
Not when I want to throw up, no.
Can you step away from him if you're...
Watching onto him.
I can't do it.
Want to take a break?
I can't, mate. I'm gonna throw up, you know.
Let's take a break and get out of this room, yeah?
He's going off again.
Yeah. Let's just stop for a minute.
Yeah. Alright guys, that's going to be it for tonight's episode of the Skirrid Inn. Obviously, Josh and Lottie, they're still up there, as you can see. They're still investigating. I had to get out of there. I felt like I was being targeted. I just instantly started feeling sick again. I felt alright when I was down at the bottom. And then, obviously, when I came back upstairs to room number 2, I started feeling like there was a weight on me. And I just started instantly feeling sick. I was going to throw up everywhere. And then I started feeling dizzy, you know, and when we in that room there where Josh and Lottie is, I just started being dizzy all of a sudden, like I was going to fall over. You know, it's the best thing for me to do is to walk away. So if you haven't enjoyed this episode, guys, please leave a massive thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the little notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And consider yourself becoming a channel member as well. It only costs you $2.99 a month, less than a cup of coffee. And before you go, guys, make sure you check out them too, Josh and Lottie. The link will be in the description. Please go over and smash the subscribe button. Show them some love and support. And yeah, for now, guys, I'll see you guys in the next week's episode. Let's go. Right, guys, as you can see, it is morning.
Yeah, it is
10 to 6, oh sorry, 6 o'clock in the morning on the way back.
So Josh is driving back. Obviously, I'm knackered. We've done it in one day, and yeah, I'm knackered. So obviously, as you guys know, I left because I didn't feel well at all. But Josh is going to explain to you guys what happened when he was still recording up there with Lottie.
So when me and Lottie carried on from where Steph left, the energy completely shifted, yeah. As in whatever it was that was targeting you, it instantly came for us instantly. The energy completely shifted and things were happening that I can't explain. We heard so Lottie wrote down on a piece of paper light or darkness, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I done can you do this for the first one on the piece of paper? Can you do this for the second one on the piece of paper?
Yeah.
We heard bang, bang.
Oh yeah?
And then we were like, oh my god. And then Lottie was like, so you come from darkness, bang, bang. And then I went, mate, there's someone coming up the stairs, yeah? Rent pod went off on the stairs, mate. Yeah. And literally, mate, we were like, no, it got too much for us. We went back into room 1 where we were chilling, so that was kind of it felt like a safe zone, even though that was a hot spot, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we went back in there and Lottie sat down on the sofa just to talk to a camera, and she couldn't get back up.
Oh yeah?
She didn't have the energy to get up with.
Jeez.
The energy, as soon as you left, mate, energy shifted, mate.
It's like it's gone from me to you guys. Yeah?
Whatever it was targeting you, mate, came straight to me.
Yeah, I felt horrible.
Yeah.
I absolutely felt horrible, I was going to throw up everywhere. I felt like everything was just pressuring me down. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then,
it was sat on you,
yeah, and then as soon as I went outside, I was fine, mate.
yeah.
So yeah, guys, that place is the best place I've ever been to. As in paranormal wise, that is definitely paranormal because you don't get energy, affecting you in that way.
Yeah, 100% paranormal, mate.
There's no words about it.
Yeah, if you want to see what happened when Steph left, it'll be on my end.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I'll put the link on that video in the description if it's out. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll be on my end. I'll put it out soon.
Yeah, but yeah. Anywho, guys, I'm going back to sleep now before I get home.
And if there's anywhere else that you guys want to see us investigate, leave a comment down below where it'll be.
You heard it. Let's go.